All right, we are back for another ride and chat with this old guy. And it's a little chilly today, so I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. We'll see how the camera comes out. Still got to play with it. I'm just trying to play with the angle. I think I need to buy some new mounts for the helmet to put it up a little bit higher. But we'll see. Because if I ride in my normal position, I think I stare at the handlebars a little too much. Or maybe I should just change it from wide angle to normal. I don't know. We will see. But how are you all doing today? I think we're going to head up and get some gas first. Well, you know what? We don't need gas. We're good. We'll head off this way. Oh, I forgot my sunglasses, but we got to go back and get sunglasses. We needs our sunglasses. I don't want to go cruising without my sunglasses. Yep, they're sitting right in there. I will be right back. Well, you can watch me walk. Who cares, right? Even though it's overcast, I still like to have my sunglasses. So, all right. That's better. A little bit. Okay, here we go. Oh. Take the back road out, because why not? And get smacked in the head with the trees. And there we go. And you know what? Maybe we'll go this way. Why the hell not, right? Maybe I will go gas up. Okay. So once again, how is everybody doing today? Hopefully things are going well for you. It's a Saturday, so we'll see if I post this today or if it comes up on tomorrow. If it does come up today, don't forget I'm giving away a free game on X tonight. I'm giving away a Steam copy of Injustice: Gods Among Us. So head on over to my X profile, and you'll all you have to do is just find the particular post about the game and share it and comment, and you'll be on the list of someone that'll possibly receive it. I try to make it easy. I realize when I run right out of my driveway like this and head up the street, I kind of dox myself, so I don't give a shit. I don't think you want to come out to my neck of the woods. There's nothing out here. But things are what they are. So I don't have anything to talk about. I'm just gonna ride, and if I occasionally say something, I say something. Otherwise, I'm just gonna ride today. I'm not even sure where I'm going to ride to. I think I'm gonna ride somewhere totally different. I'm gonna head across the street here, get some gas, and then we're gonna head straight ahead down this road after we gas up. So we're gonna head over here and gas up, and I'm just gonna pause until we're done gassing up. So I'll be back. Maybe. I'll just cut it. I have to come here because I need premium. Just had to stop, buy a lotto ticket. Never know, might win. And then all of our worries will be handled. We would have nothing to worry about if we won the lottery tonight. I could build our rec center with the pump track park that I want to do for the kids. And then beyond that, I could buy 50 to 100 acres and build a full-on off-road recreational facility for all the kids to use as well. Go out and buy about 10 quads, 10 motorcycles. So we had those to loan out to the kids as well, with all the safety gear. We'd get that too. Give the kids a fun place to come out and play. And yeah, give them a taste of what it was like when I was a kid. Some of the things I got to do. You know, you didn't have to be rich to be able to go out and ride a motorcycle and stuff when I was a kid. You just had to have friends that had motorcycles, and you kind of went out and did it, because there were lots of places to do it. All those places have disappeared. And I'd like to create some places for the kids of today. But again, I talk about that all the time. What else is there to talk about? World's crazy. People are nuts. America's going down the tubes. No one seems to give a shit. Well, let's not go there. I said I wouldn't get political, so I'm not going to get political. You let me know if you want me to get political. If you want me to get political in future riding talks, I'll get political. I'll give some of my thoughts, give some of my concerns, give some of my beliefs. But I don't want to drag people down with that stuff. I want to keep these rides semi-positive, inspirational. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. And that way, you know, keeps things more upbeat, because upbeat's better. I wish I could mount this camera so it stays a little bit higher. We'll see how this video comes out today. Not as sunny as it was the other day. Look at the sky. Nice and overcast. But it's supposed to be really hot starting tomorrow. So it's like the calm before the storm or something. It's going to give us a nice day of mild weather before it decides to heat up on us and bake us. We're headed south right now out of town. Or, I'm sorry, not south, we're headed west. Yeah, don't listen to me. I told you, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a nice little farmhouse there. You know, get a lot of that in Iowa, don't you? We used to have a lot of this in California. When I lived in California, when I was growing up, certain areas. I mean, I grew up in Southern California before there was a Mission Viejo, before there was a Rancho Santa Margarita, before there was a Laguna Niguel, before most of Irvine was there. It was all farmland. I remember it. It was nice. It was beautiful. It was, you know, not the cluster that it is now. Now it just kind of is what it is. And it's not necessarily what you want. At least not what I want. Some people love it. I hated it. I moved out of California for good in 2017. I moved out in 2011 for a while. Oops. I think I needed to turn there. I did. So I was saying, I moved out of California in 2011. We moved to Utah until late 2015. Then we moved back to California. And then August of 2017, we moved out of California, and I haven't been back since. And I have no desire to go back. Nice house. The only thing I miss is the beach. I don't really miss anything else about California. I got family there, I don't really miss them. I mean, you know, no offense to them, but I don't communicate with them, so it doesn't really, you know, matter. They have their lives, I have mine. Sorry, I had to look over at the tires. The road's a little loose, and I run the tires pretty low on this quad. So, but with this loose gravel, it almost felt like I had a flat tire, but I don't. It is fine. I almost think I should put a different set of tires on this thing, more something with a little more tread pattern. That maybe you know, I worry about wearing these tires down quickly. They're not cheap. They're good trail tires, I guess. I don't know. They're something. Yeah, see, I just feel like I'm sliding around the corners a little easier than I should be, but that's probably just par for the course. See, it says dead end, and I don't know if there's a bridge that goes across the freeway down there or not. I don't think there is, and I don't think it goes under the freeway either. You know what? We're going to go check it out as we slide. I'm going to check it out and just see if there's a pathway under the freeway down here or not. If there's like a deer crossing or something like that. I don't think there probably is, but we're going to find out. It's a nice area though. I'm going to slow down. I want to fly past people's houses and make a ruckus. I'm always friendly and wave to people when I see them. See, here's probably somebody's little private hunting area. But again, that would be perfect right there to build some trails for quads and motorcycles and have a good old time. Because you drop down into the ravine there, and then you come back up over the top, and then you hit the plateau on the other side over there, if you can see it. No, you can't see it from here. Hey, you can see it when we get up here. Oh yeah, see, they got their pond. Yeah, I think we're just coming up onto somebody's property here. We're gonna have to turn around and go back. Because I don't think we can go anywhere. I'm curious. Not sure this goes anywhere, and I don't like to ride on private property. Okay, that says private property. So I'm gonna turn around. Yeah. We're gonna turn around. Yeah, it's private land. I mean, I could probably head across the fields there, but they're not mine, so I'm not going to do it. We'll head back out and turn back down the corner there. I kind of know where that goes. Kind of. But I enjoy just getting out and riding around. It's relaxing. I debated on whether or not I was going to take the quad today, or if I was going to take the the motorcycle, the Kawasaki, I decided to take the quad. Next time I'll take the bike out again. Trying to keep the camera at an angle that doesn't look down at the bike as much, it shows just in front of us more. Then I end up riding up on my head and hurting my forehead by lifting the helmet. More soybean over there being grown. So we're gonna hang a left here. But again, see, here's basically that land that I was talking about. Nice and expansive. Then you got all these trees over here, and it would just be so nice to just cut trails through all that. It really would. It'd be perfect. Could have some fun in there. Could cut some fun trails. Couple of hawks over there, big boys. Ah, they're eating the guy on the ground here. Oh, there's some big boys. Nice house back there. Another one right there. We're going to get up to a paved road up here, I do believe. So this takes us over the freeway. This is where I rode my bicycle the last time. I took this ride on my bike. It's a pretty nice ride, actually. I enjoyed it. Yep, we're going to have a paved road here, but there is gravel on the side, so I'm going to ride the gravel. Basically, you can ride your quads here up to 20 miles from your home, I believe it is, just because this is all farmland, and it's just kind of what they allow you to do. So if I stay on the side of the roads, I stay off the road, but you can ride on the road if you want. I should have mirrors for that though, and supposed to run a triangular like caution placard or something on the back, just so cars coming up behind you see it. But that's why I stay off the road and I stay on the side of the road. But yeah, you get to see the ride that I took on my bike. Last time I took a bike ride, I think it was an 11-mile loop I took. It wasn't bad. I was going to do it today, and I don't know why I didn't. I probably should have. I don't like riding when it's too cold out. But I probably would have warmed up within the first 10 minutes of the ride. It would have been fine. It's the only place where I won't be able to ride the side of the road too much because I'm going to be crossing the freeway here. I want to make sure no cars are behind me because I don't want to block anybody. Yeah, we're good. We're going to cross this area here. And back to the side of the road. portions of this ride out if I don't think that they're informative or anything people want to watch, or I don't know. Some people like just watching people take rides. It's lethargic or therapeutic. Sorry, lethargic would kind of put you to sleep, wouldn't it? People think, you know, I like watching videos of people just kind of taking a long ride. It's semi-therapeutic, but I know it's not for everyone. But you get to see a little bit of the countryside here, or whatever this is. See, now that's a nice house. I just don't want to live that close to the road. But that's a nice house. Trying to make sure I stay far enough away that I don't slip off the road and slide down into a ditch or anything. But now I can actually see, so now I don't worry about it. There's a lot of vacant land here. Well, not vacant, there's a lot of open land here. Most of it's farming land. Some of it's just wooded recreational hunting areas. But, you know, you get those tree lines back there. You're not farming in the tree, you're not farming inside the trees, but that's where your deer are hanging out. Soybean, corn. Another nice house there. I assume they probably own a big chunk of this land that's around here being farmed, or at least somebody does. Judging from that agricultural building over there, that big garage, I bet you they own some farmland, and that's where they keep some of their farming equipment. Yeah. There's a horsey, and there's a couple more horses. I see some tracks over here where it looks like there's been some quads over here. Or some farming equipment. One of the two. Okay, now see, we're gonna run across another one of those pieces of land that not being farmed. Looks like it'd be a good recreational area. Yeah. Right down over there. All the tree line. A lot of tree line over there. See? That would be good area. Although I do see a house right over there in the, so, but still, all that timber, you know, you can cut some trails through there and have a good time. Oh, nice house, yeah. And almost looks like it'd be a golf course. The way it's groomed. I'm not sure what it is. I see a cross, a marker over there, so I'm not really sure what that is. I mean, it's somebody's piece of land, but I'm not, you know, I'm not familiar with the history behind it. Beautiful piece of land, though. It really is. We're gonna go this way now, just because we have gravel. Why not? See, look, okay, all the tree line in here, especially down there. Oh yeah, that would be a blast. But I see some signs that say private property, no trespassing, no hunting. Yeah, that's perfect. Again, a lot of that out here. See, now if you're in certain other states, this might be BLM land, and then you can go to the local county and possibly get an easement to use it and to create trails and such on it. But in Iowa, I have a feeling, well, not have a feeling, I'm pretty sure that 99% of the land in Iowa is privately owned. I don't think you have any county and state owned land here hardly at all. I mean, you might have a few tiny pockets, but I believe it's primarily all privately owned land here. Which is, you know, both good and bad, I guess. The bad part is that you can't go to the county and actually, you know, buy a piece of recreational land and say, here's what I want to do with it. No, I'm not looking to develop it with homes. I want to turn it into this. I want to leave it natural, and I want to cut some trails through it, you know, and turn it into a recreational area. And the county, you know, you can buy that kind of land still from the government fairly cheap, with the understanding that you're not going to develop it, which would be wonderful. But that's not happening here in Iowa. You got to find out who owns it and whether or not they're willing to sell any of it. And then if they are, what do they want for it? I mean, it's evidently, see, Stonehaven. So that's obviously a large piece of land that somebody owns. Now we can turn here. I'm not sure. Nope, we can't turn here. We have to turn around. Here's a railroad track, so I ain't riding the railroad tracks because trains come along here all the time. You get hit and killed. Yeah. But again, look at all that over there. Prime for cutting trails and having a good old time. Really is. That would be perfect land for that. Yep, it would be. Be really good for that. There's, well, it is what it is. I like exploring and finding stuff though. Maybe one time on one of these rides we'll actually go somewhere. Not just down these country roads, we'll head out somewhere where we can't truly explore. But I mean, this would be wonderful to, it's just a beautiful piece of land. Beautiful piece of land over there. So much could be done with it. This too. I mean, look at that. You just cut through those trees there. Hang a left. Just grab a trail cutter, drag it behind your quad, and start cutting a trail. And then just start driving over it on a regular basis until it's worn in, and then yeah. But again, I don't know who owns this and whether or not they even want to sell it and what they want for it. But would be nice. You know, 50, 60 acres of that, 100 acres of that. Oh yeah. I love, see, that's just beautiful too. That looks like nothing to some people. To me, that looks like a fun excursion. Oh, deer. See the deer down there? See the deer right down there? There's a mama with a couple of babies. They're just hanging out there and they're by the tree. There they go. Mama went over the fence. Babies are gonna follow. And then a squirrel ran up the tree. If that comes out, I'll try to zoom in on it. I'll pan in when I cut the video so you guys can see it. If I remember. Hopefully I remember. I mean, you know, I can Google map this to try to find out who owns it, or you know, get a plot for it, and then find out if it's, you know, somebody looking to sell. But I don't have money. That's the whole concept of getting it to be community funded, not publicly funded, but funded by a group of people that are like-minded, that say, you know what, let's donate to this cause and get it done. Sorry, donations do not equal ownership. I want ownership to stay with myself and my son. Now, you can say that's greedy. You can say I'm looking for something for free, and you know, you have a right to believe that. It's me trying to create something that's going to be of free use to the community, but privately owned. Yes, I want to privately own it, and then I want to grant free use to all that want to come and enjoy it. I don't want other people involved, because then all of a sudden other people start having ideas of, well, what if we started charging for this? What if we did this? What if we built this? What if we could turn this into a money-making venture? I don't want it to be a money-making venture. It's not about making money. It's about giving back. It's about granting access to people so they can enjoy something they wouldn't normally get to enjoy. It's giving a taste of what I once had when I was younger. What a lot of us had when we were younger, that people today don't have. And, you know, that's what it is. I don't know what more I can say. So yes, do I want to do a GoFundMe or Give Me Go, or, you know, Give Send Go or whatever, so that I can pay for this, so that I can buy it? Yes. But it's not about buying it so that I become personally enriched. It's about buying it so that I can enrich the community and I can enrich the lives of others. So think of that how you may. Look at that however you want, but it is what it is. Think it's wrong of me, or if you think I'm trying to con people for my own greed and my own need, I can't help you with that. And I know that is a perfectly logical assumption, because in this world, in today's world, that's a logical assumption. People are garbage. People are untrustworthy. Trust me, I know. So I don't blame you for thinking that about what I want to do. I don't blame you for thinking that, oh, this guy's just looking to get a free ride somehow. This guy's just looking to get people to pay for what he wants. I understand that. All I can tell you is that's not what I'm doing. Other than, yeah, I'm looking to get public, you know, I'm looking to get private funding to purchase something so that I can create public access, which, you know, again, probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people, and probably makes a lot of people uneasy. I understand that. I don't know what to say other than that's not, you know, I'm not trying to scam anyone, but like I said, I can't change that. It is what it is. Personal perception is yours. All I can do is try to be upfront and honest with you about who I am and what I want to do. And you can either watch my videos, check me out on X, see my profile, see my posts, and then whether or not you get a good feeling out of that or not, that's what you have to go on. That's what I go on with other people. And yes, I get burned doing it sometimes, but it is what it is. And I am who I am, and I can't change that. All I can tell you is that if I can get this done, if I can get this funded, if I can get the support, and we can get the donations that it would take to keep it up and running, I'm dedicating my life to doing it. So, yeah. That's it. I'm babbling, but I'm a straightforward kind of guy. I tell you like it is, and you can either believe me or not. Again, I understand if you don't believe me. I probably wouldn't believe me. No, I mean, if somebody's a multi-millionaire or a billionaire and they say, I like what he's saying, I understand, you know, I have a concept and understanding of what he wants to do and I want to help, great. You know, I would enjoy that. And I would be, you know, I would be open to that. But just know, you're not going to own any of it. You can put your name on it. I don't have a problem with that. And you can use it as a staple of your generosity. You can use it as an advertisement for your philanthropy and what you like to do, and I'm fully open to that. But just know at the end of the day, it will be owned by me and my son, so it can be ran the way we want it ran, and it can stay private yet free to access for all. That's really what it comes down to. It will never be turned into a capital venture that somebody can profit off of. It must always remain a charitable effort and a charitable, I don't know. I'm lost for words right now. Sometimes I forget what I want to say. A charitable endeavor. Yeah. Dusty. Okay, I have babbled on long enough about that. I've babbled on long enough about, you know, what I want to do. These babbles are getting longer, aren't they? Sliding down the road. We're headed back home now. But again, this was kind of like one of those long babbles when I didn't talk about anything. Or maybe I did. I don't know. I know I just kind of ride along and talk. And hopefully it comes out. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it resonates with some people. And all I ask is that leave me feedback, share the videos so that maybe other people can leave me feedback, because I can't gauge interest or whether or not people have an understanding of what I'm trying to say and what I want to do unless I get the feedback. If you don't leave me some comments, then how do I know? I just keep talking. And then one day I'm going to have 25, 30, 50, 100 videos with 10 views each and go, well, I don't know. Evidently, no one cares. Again, you know, you can only gauge interest on the engagement you get. If you get very little engagement, your only assumption has to be there's very little interest. If you get a high level of engagement, then you can kind of extrapolate, well, there must be some interest then, huh? Well, we're just about back to the house. Another corner or two and we're there. So once again, this has been a ride and chat with this old guy, and probably a long talk about nothing. But leave me some comments. Please share the video. Tell me if I talk too much. Tell me if I ramble on. And hey, if you only made it to the first 5 minutes of the video and decided to click off because you got bored, let me know about that as well. If you made it through the whole video, let me know about that as well, so I know what I'm doing. Should I make these videos 10 minutes long? Should I keep them at 25, 30 minutes long? I have no idea how long today's is going to be. Maybe I'll cut portions out to make it shorter, or it ends up being an hour. I don't even know how long I was gone. We'll find out when I get back and cut the video, won't we? But other than that, rock on, everybody. Have a good time, and we will catch you all later. Bye.